2K25 just dropped their first big patch. Kind of a big patch, but let's go through all the details for you, plus some other things that we want to make mention of that still need to be fixed in the game. I'm gonna guess you have quite a few things. All right, so I got the patch notes here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a brand new season with Matt here from Assemble. Welcome to the show. Subscribe, all that good stuff. General stability improvements for online play have been added. Stability improvements to the creation suite. I've noticed this even today. It's launch day, but I have gone into community creations, or at least I have attempted to, and then nothing is happening whatsoever. Backed out, gone back in several times now, so apparently that is fixed. We'll see about that. Stability and performance improvements to my faction. Same situation that I've occurred with today and yesterday. It was just that I go in and it just doesn't load. It's nothing. Just so it's better, I guess. Stability and performance improvements to the island for Xbox and PlayStation 5. Yes, so recall, if you guys haven't gotten the game yet, the island is not available on PC, PS4, or Xbox One. It is on current gen only, or quote, next gen, as they like to say. So if you guys are gonna get stability improvements, that's great. I haven't jumped into the island since I had it at the preview event, and I don't know if I'm going to or not. I'm not hearing the greatest things about it. Well, now it's live. They've addressed reported concerns with accepting invites from other players. For My Rise, they addressed reported concerns of unresponsive AI in live events, and they addressed concerns of superstars going over the 100 overall threshold. Now, the other thing with My Rise, I haven't booted it up just yet. There's a lot of things we're trying to do here, but a lot of comments that I've seen anyways is that crashes can't get into My Rise, or My Rise crash and my save is gonzo. So be careful if you're having any issues with My Rise yet, but hopefully that's going to be ironed out. For community creations, they address concerns of unresponsive facial regions when using face photo, and they address concerns of rules being overwritten within custom matches. For My Faction, they address the concerns of pin and submission preferences overriding the My Faction default option for associated minigames, and they address concerns of match durations not being logged properly. Universe mode actually got some love on the first day. It's a miracle. Okay, they address concerns of custom weapons not being available in Universe. They address concerns of superstars' information not being saved when leaving Universe, and duplicate superstar portraits showing up in the pause menu. Now there's a lot of other things. It's day one. It's day one. There's going to be more patches and they're going to iron stuff out. You could probably expect it like in another week or two that they're going to do even more patches, but even initially, as I have tried to just slowly comb through the game to see, well, what's working and what's not, or what's missing or what's inaccurate, there's a couple of things that I've even noticed at first glance. Number one, it's a thing that's just not in the game, and I'm just kind of bummed out by it. I thought it was there, and then it wasn't. It was Stone Cold Steve Austin's Disturbed theme. They didn't put it in this year. If you beat the showcase match where you got Austin and Rikishi, you unlock Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yay. But you are getting his Alliance theme. Some people may like it, but last year we had the Disturbed theme song, which is my absolute favorite. It's probably my favorite wrestling theme song. Triple H My Time is up there as well. But the Disturbed theme, it was in last year and it's not there now. And that's a real bummer. If you guys watch any of my videos, ones the other day where I was like, oh, DX and Evolution, the themes are in the game. Yes, those are in there, but the Trons are not. Some of the banners are there for DX, and logos, and the motions are there, but you can't do the Titantron, and for Evolution either. It's boggling my mind at this point why they won't get it accurate. AJ Styles as well. He has his latest theme song, like the heel one, I mean. He's not his original one that he's back to now with. They need to update and patch that too. Bloodline entrance. This is an interesting one. So if you go and do a one-on-one match with Roman Reigns against whoever, and you are going to select the whole bloodline to come out with him, and I'm talking Paul Heyman, and you want Jimmy and Jay, they will come out as a 4-person faction entrance bloodline motion. However, when you set it up for Paul and Jimmy and Jay, Paul Heyman is not in the manager role. Even though if you look under the details for the whole faction, he's assigned his role as manager. So it's not clicking properly. I switched it out and I put Sami Zayn in there with Sami, Jimmy and Jay, and Roman. And that was normal. Paul Heyman is in the spot of Sami Zayn. And I tried just with the 3 of those guys without Paul Heyman. And I thought, oh, maybe Paul will just come out with them. No, he didn't come out at all with them to make it a 5-person motion. So stuff's just wrong with that one. A lot of people are asking about chain wrestling too. And they're like, hey, I'm not seeing it. I don't see it anywhere. Chain wrestling, you can manually do it by initiating a grapple. Sometimes I think it's just supposed to happen sporadically. There's no slider in the settings that I've come across where you can just increase the amount of times chain wrestling will occur. It seems to be at random, but it is only available in one-on-one matches. For title belts, the latest NXT titles are not there, but I know that if you go on Community Creations, if you can log into Community Creations, they're there. You can download the replicas for them, but the official ones have not been uploaded. My GM as well, the women's mid-card titles are not in my GM, and I looked for side plates on the mid-card titles. They're not there, so Braun Breaker, for example, just has the WWE logo side plates for his belt for the Intercontinental title, so they haven't changed that even from last year. It's still a miss. If you are somebody that plays my faction, even on release day today, they've released the Rock action figure version. So if you log into my faction, promo code is there for the Rock Elite. You enter that locker code and you'll download. When I did it, it entered and then it didn't pop up. So I backed out of my faction and then I logged back in and then it popped up and I got the Rock, and you can use him as a toy. Just quick notes too, because the community is just very active, asking tons of questions. Just off kind of the top of my head, universe mode, because they've done a couple of fixes here. One thing I did notice that is fixed from last year: Royal Rumble winners do go off to WrestleMania and fight for the respective title. I simulated from the Royal Rumble, I simulated the winners, I had Bayley and Drew win the Rumbles. Fast forward all the way to WrestleMania, they were both on night one in the world title matches for their respective brands, so it seemed to work. Works until it doesn't. And the last but not least, that's just a quick thank you. Thank you guys for being here. If you made it this far in the video, it's 2K season. The game just came out. I'm excited. There's a lot happening. We have the other channel as well, Assemble Wrestling, if you want to check that out. Cheap plug, but things are moving in the right direction. I'm very, very happy. I'm exhausted as well because we're putting out tons of content. So for the channel anyways, what you guys can expect for the rest of the year, hopefully for the Assemble show, this one right here, is more stuff on your deep dives, you know, updates to the game, tutorials, sliders, like walkthroughs of universe mode, and I'm hoping to get into a little bit of gameplay stuff and maybe put a little fun twist on everything. And then on the other channel, we got stuff talking John Cena and The Rock and all the stuff and all the regular WWE coverage. So that's at Assemble Wrestling if you want to go and help us out there. We're trying to get the 50K subs there, and we're trying to get this thing as big as we can get it. That's what she said. Have a great day. If you guys want to look at Showcase, I did the full Showcase review, impressions of it. I beat it, but all my thoughts of what's good and maybe what's not so good, it's this video right here. Have a great day. See ya.